Hello! If you play Disney Dreamlight Valley, then you must know about DreamSnaps. I wanted to come up with a little camera hack I have been using since the DreamSnaps launched. We don't have a great in-game camera. It is a really weird. It is a bit frustrating. We have 3 camera modes. We have a selfie mode, then I call it camera mode 2 and camera mode 3. Selfie mode here, first icon over there, upper right corner. Then we have, I don't know what are the proper names for these camera modes. This is more like a maybe portrait mode, even though it's a full body mode. The only downside for this is that we are not able to zoom in or out, but this is the camera mode I use the most, and I like it better than the camera mode 3. This is, well, a lot of people call this a free camera mode, and to me there's nothing free about this. It's still very limiting. You can't move your camera freely up and down, left or right. Well, okay, maybe you can drag it like this, but we still have like a permanent, like a pivot point. You can't go very low angles. If you want to like zoom in with your mouse, it literally zooms like this camera mode is actually really good if you have, for example, a squirrel pet and then you're using the pet camera pose or the fox one, because then you are on a ground level. Hi Ariel. Yeah, otherwise when you're trying to fit your whole character in the image, it's always coming from like at this upper angle. You can't get it in a decent angle. It's always, if you want to have a really close-up picture, it's always coming from this angle, which is a bit frustrating. I really hope they are gonna update the camera in the future, since we have this really nice weekly photo challenge. I'm not sure is that gonna be a permanent feature. I feel like it's not. For now, it's been really fun, at least. But I'm gonna show you how I do a zoomed in picture with the camera mode 2. Oh, of course it starts to rain in my valley right now, and yet again my rain is broken in my game. Yeah, most likely because I have a new graphics card and most likely the game is not compatible with it. I don't have raindrops, I have just these weird droplets. Anyway, in a decor challenge, I usually like to hide my character because I solely want to show the decorations I have done, or the room or the build or whatever. But for an outfit challenge, I would like to zoom in to my character more than this. Yeah, and I don't like to use this camera mode at all because I don't like the angle. Yeah, because how the camera works in this game, as you can see, the player camera here, it's orbiting the avatar. Think of it like there's an invisible selfie stick attached to your avatar's head. And the camera is constantly in the same distance. Oh my god, lots are happening here. I need to go away. It's fine. This is a player camera. This is how it's supposed to be. But it would be really nice, like most of the games, when they have a camera mode, you would be able... Oh, I don't know. You would be able to like move the camera up and down, but yet again, in my favorite camera mode, the camera mode 2, it's still orbiting the character here, and you can't even zoom in or out. Same thing here. Here is a little bit more freedom, but it's still really awkward. It has its limits. Yeah. Oh my god, Donald. Then I'm gonna talk about a little bit of depth of field. Well, what depth of field is, it's basically a shader in a game which gives you the better understanding of the depth. In a player camera, you can't see it. I don't think they have it on in this player camera mode. So in selfie mode, you can't see it that well. It's not as strong. But when you go to... Goddamn, why it has to be raining right now? Where can I see a little bit more? The castle is almost... Well, okay. you can see that the background is now blurred. This is a far plane blur. Everything on the foreground is nicely on focus, this is a super nice effect. What you can't see right now that there is also the near plane blur. Let's go a little bit closer to these bushes. As you can see, the bushes are also blurred. So there is two blurs, two depth effects happening, is the far plane blur and the near plane blur. And this is like a permanent thing attached to the camera, and your character is constantly in the area which is focused all the time. But you have noticed most likely when you go near any permanent structures and stuff that you are able to shift even the player camera close. But you can see now that the near plane blur kicks in because you have shifted the camera forcefully closer to the character, meaning that the near plane blur also is shifting. So you are now in the area where the near plane blur is active. This is kind of the method I'm using to zoom in on my character using the camera mode too. There is a way of getting rid of the near plane blur. This is a shame. I'm gonna wait until my rain storm is gone. It might take a while. Okay, it's better now. Let's go over here. I have made a little setup in here. Okay, yes, great. It's getting clear. So what you need is go to furniture mode, and you are gonna choose any item which footprint blocks the camera, and I like to use any of the large rock items, and this is at least one of the items I know will block the camera, because not all the items doesn't do this. Your camera just basically shifts through and that's it. In outdoors I always use any of the large rocks. And as you can see, I have placed it already over here. And for this picture, I like to have the back of this lovely greenhouse as my background. So I placed the rock quite near of my set here. It depends on you how close you want the picture to be on your background or wherever you're taking your picture. All right, so what I do, you go close as possible. It depends how zoomed in photo you want. Then you are gonna move your player camera between the rock and your avatar, and you can see now that we are pretty close. The near plane blur have now kicked in. Now let's open up the camera, and the selfie mode is always going to be the same. It's not going to be zoomed in or anything, and the near plane blur deactivates because your character needs to be in focus. So let's go to the camera mode 2, and as you can see now, we are nicely zoomed in, but we are still blurry. But there is this camera filter. I think this wasn't meant to be a feature. I think the developers just somehow forgot this, but I'm happy that it's there. All these filters we have here, the depth of field is activated in any of these filters, but this filter over here, for some reason, the whole depth of field shader is deactivated in this filter. So, pow! And now you have a zoomed in, focused character. And as you can see, we can go pretty low angles in here. You can get quite dramatic pictures. Like, I love when she's looking to the camera. It's so cool, and you can do quite a lot with it. You can get really detailed images of your character. I really like it, and I usually, for the outfit challenge, I usually use this aspect ratio because it's an outfit challenge. I want to show off my beautiful character. Let's see. Well, this is good. And let's take a picture. Oh, how pretty. The only downside, of course, for this, that you don't have the background blur at all, but that's fine. Not in real life, everything is blurred. Yeah, and this is the hack. It's really basic, and I am sure a lot of people know about this, but just in case some didn't know about it, this is the really good way of making your pictures stand out from the crowd. We have only 3 poses plus the pet pose and 3 camera modes, which are all very limiting. But yeah, the camera mode 2 is my favorite. You are not able to achieve this with the camera mode 3. Your character's gaze follows the camera, which is super nice. In the camera mode 3, your avatar is looking wherever they want. Yeah. Oh my god, she's so cute. I hope this was helpful for some of you who are actually playing this game and participates weekly to the DreamSnaps challenge. Yeah, until next time. Bye!